Hey YouTube, Crutchy here, back again with another episode of Let's Play Mountain Freedom Unite. First thing you'll probably notice about this episode is I'm wearing a very different set of gear. I've made full Yin Garuga armor. Now, I've never actually figured out why the head and the chest had Yin Garuga and then the rest just had Garuga. I didn't even notice that when I was crafting the armor. Yeah, it says Yin Garuga here, but then if you go down to waist, it'll say just Garuga. It's weird. But the reason I made this armor, I was thinking about waiting for the Rathlos armor because I could use the Rathlos armor to get attack up large and auto tracker. An auto tracker is not really a useful fighting skill. What happened when I was trying to get the white monobloss horn to make one of the bows? The white monobloss went to an area I didn't know it could go to. And then by the time I started running around checking the areas, it took me another 10 minutes to actually find him. So auto tracker would have resolved that. Paintballing him would have resolved that, but I did paintball him, it just kind of wore off. But you'll also notice the helm is not the cap. This is actually the melee helm, but I'll explain why that is. It should be in status, yeah. The sharpness +1 both the helms do the same thing. They give you +3 expert, -2 gathering, +1 here protect, and +1 sharpness or pierce shot. As I don't even use pierce shot, I just went with the melee helm because the melee and range helms are interchangeable between sets, whereas the other 4 parts you have to use the gunner if you're a gunner and the melee if you're a melee. But yeah, so I didn't really have interest in pierce shot, and plus the full set gives +11, so you don't actually need to use the cap. The set also gives +11 expert, which gives you reckless abandon +1, which is at 10, but I have increased it to 15 using gems to get reckless abandon +2. It also gives you -10 gathering, but as you won't use the set while gathering, hopefully, reckless abandon is a weird thing to have on a gathering set anyway. That won't really matter much, but what I've done is I've made 4 gems. 3 of these gems are going to be staying in the vest, guards, and leggings. And then I'm going to take the gem out there and put the 2-slot version of the expert jewel into the helm and the coat, and then that will give +20, so it'll get reckless abandon +3. And what reckless abandon does is reckless abandon +1 is 10% crit chance, well, affinity. 2 is 20%, 3 is 30%. So all my bows now have, in this set right now, 20% affinity. As you can see, my inventory is a lot more stocked. I've had to take all my Booker combos because what I'm actually doing is I'm taking 2 large barrel 1+s and 2 large barrel 1+2 scatterfish. I'm gonna use sleep coatings to get some sleep bombs off on this guy, even though my cat might make that difficult. Cool drinks, max potions, mega potions, like all that stuff. And then the coatings. Poison coatings I'm going to use straight away. And then I'm not sure when I'm going to use paralysis. I'll probably just get them out of the way early, so I can get some really early damage on them easily. Then sleep coating I'll just use whenever I'm in an empty area and I want to put them to sleep so I can sleep on them. But as you may have figured out, we're now going to go fight the Gravius. I haven't exactly shown you what weapon it is I have. It's the Daimyo Warbow 3. This is the strongest version of this you can make right now. I've actually made the strongest version of the fire bow, ice bow, and water bow so far. I didn't bother making the lightning bow because I honestly the stuff I needed for it was more tedious stuff, and there was no immediate case of me needing to have the lightning bow. So yeah, I didn't bother with it. One oversight I've actually done here is I don't have any Mega Dash juice, and I'm against Gravius. So this could go badly. It might not go badly. This might actually go really quick because I've got such a this is literally, in my opinion, this is the best bow get-up you could have to this point. Because you can't fight Rathlos yet, so you can't get attack up large. I was weighing up attack up large versus reckless abandon +3 for ages in my mind. Actually, it was reckless abandon +2 I was weighing up against, because I didn't realize you could get +3 easily. So I was weighing up for ages, and then as soon as I realized I could get reckless abandon +3, it's like 30% affinity on all bows. like, if I really wanted to, when I get that, I could make the Tiger X bow and actually have a Tiger X weapon with all its raw power, with actually positive affinity. But the thing is, it would be the same thing. Late game, that bow can turn. I'm not sure if it can. The bow does this, but the Tiger X weapons can turn into a different type of weapon that have positive affinity. And then if you combine that with this set, you'd just be critting every hit. It's a lot of damage. But yeah, this guy is Gravius. He looks really similar to Basarius, except he's much bigger. And he has that. Okay, now I've just realized using a bow with this controller is going to be very difficult. Based on the simple fact that to use the bow, you need to hold down triangle to shoot. However, triangle is obviously triangle. Well, yeah, it's triangle in the game. Y on my controller, which is on the same side of the controller as the right analog stick, which is how I'm controlling the camera in this setup. If you're wondering, like, why I'm charging up to the pierce shot, I'll be honest, it's because I haven't even bothered to look what shots this thing has. But yeah, the reason why you won't want to melee this guy is, one, his hitbox is huge on his dash, so getting out, you'll take a lot of hits from that. Okay, that's got scatter shot. Yeah, there's the affinity kicking in. Okay, so it's got scatter 1, scatter 2, and then I'm guessing that's pierce 2. And shit, I didn't paintball him, did I? Equipment detail. Scatter 3, pierce 3. That's even better. That's actually... Wait, scatter 3 on charge 1. I'm assuming the charges themselves have damage modifiers, because otherwise scatter 3 on both wouldn't make sense. Okay, so he's either gone to 6 or 4, in my opinion. I don't think he can go to 5. Not through a lake, anyway, so I'm assuming he's gone to 4. Of course, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, he's in like 9, 10, or 5. This is where you paintball them. And... yeah, just going to quickly apply my coatings. You press triangle and circle to apply coatings. I didn't apply coatings there simply because I forgot. I haven't bowed in a very long time. I didn't even do a practice run before this. Okay, he can go to Area 5. Oh, there's a lava lake right there. I thought the only lava in this area was the pool in the middle. One day, I will get good. These paintball throws are horrible. There we go. Watch out for those little geysers there. If you're wondering why I'm using Scattershot with the poison instead of charging up for the pierce, which will probably do more damage, it's because I believe Scatter actually applies more if you... like, Scatter's easier to hit its full damage. Pierce takes a lot to get its full damage out. I think it's like 7 or 8 hits. And you will not get 7 or 8 hits on a Gravius unless you take the time to actually aim and go through his entire body. Then I think you might get 6. Yeah, he's poisoned, okay. Let's do the paralysis. On a weapon like a bow, the poison coating is actually a lot more DPS. I think I just landed 5 shots of paralysis in my cat. I probably should have just backed off to the side there. There was no way he could have. He might have. This is why a lot of people prefer the bows in Monster Hunter Free Ultimate, because in that game you have a lock-on button. I believe it's in Free Ultimate. I know it's in 4. But in that game you have a lock-on button, and that means that you don't need to use your charge hand. Oops. You don't need to use your charge hand to move the camera, because those games use the right analog stick for moving the camera as well. Ow. Crap. That's gonna hurt. That could have actually gone really badly for me. I'm actually worried by the fact he hasn't been paralyzed yet. I think I've just been doing too many pierce shots. Oh, fuck. Oh, phew. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a lot of damage off there while he's chewing that. The thing is, I'm not sure if I don't want to put him to sleep, and I don't want to try bombing him when he's in rage mode, because if I recall correctly, sleep lasts less time in rage mode. If you're wondering why I did the pierce shot there, it's because he actually, when he was sliding, he was going to slide along with the arrows, so I actually got about 5 or 6 hits off on him there, instead of the usual, like, 3 or 4. Yeah, like, you see that shot, I got it right down his entire body and going through his tail. So that shot was going to do a load of damage. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I can use to work around that. Like, literally all I can think of is having a different setup with my controller when I use a bow, where I use right trigger as triangle, right trigger as triangle as well as Y, and then just use right trigger to charge. Okay, let's take a ration. Now he's not actually going to be in rage mode. We'll use the supply large barrel ones, because supply large barrel ones are actually large barrel pluses for some weird reason. As for knowing whether he's weak or not, I will not be able to judge that very easily in this fight. 1, haven't used a bow in a long time. 2, haven't fought Gravius in a long time. And 3, I just don't know his weak signs. He might have the same limp as everyone else, or he might not. And now for the funny question, I've never really figured out. Does critting affect your status effects? Or does it even... Actually, that's a good point. Does it even affect elements? Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted to happen. If he's like Diablos, though, that means he's getting weaker. As you're also noticing, no, you are fucking shitting me. After all that, an eye of prey is gonna wake him up. With only 8 coatings, there's no point even trying to get him to go back to sleep, so yeah. Bomb's kinda wasted, honestly. I should have killed the eye prey before I even attempted to start applying sleep coat to him though. That's why you don't take chances in this game. But the thing is, having both Pierce and Scatter, I don't really get a huge amount of choice about where the damage gets distributed. On Rapid, I'd have a bit more choice. I'm trying to remember if it's just... I think it's just Scatter, Rapid, and Pierce in this game. I think another game has Long Shot. I think Free Ultimate has Long Shot in it. That flinch was actually lucky. I wasn't gonna... Did I break his stomach? No, it was just another flinch. Some reason... Is hitting his wings actually going to be the best way to apply pierce damage in this scenario? This fight's actually a lot easier using pierce, but I don't think I'm having the same damage output as I do with Scatter. Maybe when I hit him like that I do. But it seems to have a weird connection to him when he's like sliding along. It seems to hit just more frequently. A lot of people would say this was like more of a boring way to fight monsters, and the thing is, I would have taken this guy on with a sword, if not for the fact that I don't have a sword that won't bounce off him. Like, I think even blue sharpness bounces off this guy. Plus, this was a good excuse to make a gunner set. And there we go, Gravius down. I didn't get to bomb him once, so I wasted a lot of money on bombs and sleepy fish, but... Not sleepy fish, scatterfish. But yeah, so this episode, if I ended it here when the boss died, wouldn't have even taken 20 minutes. If I did this go with longsword, I don't have a good sword to fight this guy with because I don't have a water attribute one. That fight would have taken a lot longer with a sword, simply because when you bounce you do less damage. I'm never going to be able to get, like... You can get some really good carves off this guy's tail, and I think you carve it twice. And it's some really rare... Some of his rarer drops you can get off his tail. But there's no way I'm going to be able to cut the tail off. Like, you can't use the cutting coating, or whatever it's called. You can't use the cutting that lets you, cut tail. You can't use the coating that lets you cut tails in this game. It's in Monster Hunter. I think it was actually an ammo in Monster Hunter Tri. I think it was an ammo, yeah. Not an actual, I don't think it was a coating. It might have been a coating. But yeah, I didn't get any amazingly good drops off that guy that run. But that's always the advantage of a sword. You have a bit more risk because you're up in their face. But a sword can cut tails off. It's easier to break parts with melee weapons because you have more control over where you hit them if you're good at the game, unlike me. But with ranged, you have just the general safety of being able to stay back, just being able to apply status effects is one of the big things of ranged. Wait. Oh, okay. I was literally one quest away from finding the creature I wanted to. I originally wanted to make the gunner set for. Rathalos and Rathian. This quest is going to be hard as shit, and I'm not doing it yet. One, I want to do some more of these quests, notably this one. I want to. I guess I should just kind of say, yeah, Black Gravius. I'll do Black Gravius next episode. But the sword I'm going to be fighting those with, they're both weak to lightning. I originally thought Rathalos was weak to water. He's not actually that weak to water, despite being a fire creature. Thunderbug Juice and Kieran Thundertail. I need to fight Kieran. However, to fight the Kieran, I need a good sword to do so with. I need to sleep on them, honestly. Actually, next episode, instead of Black Gravius, I'm going to try and take on the Kieran with a bow. Let's see how this goes. Okay, but anyway, gonna try and keep these episodes a little short, less rambling at the end. So yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about the wait. I didn't do the episode on Friday because I was too busy to get the gunner set together. So I actually streamed the gunner set on Friday. Got a decent number of views. I actually enjoyed streaming for you guys, so I might try and stream more. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. We'll probably be trying to take on Kieran with a bow. If that doesn't work out, then it'll be Black Gravius, and I'll just have to get the sword and shield for the Kieran. See you guys next time.